So, you think you know MS? Think again. Think multiple sclerosis is just one thing? That's like saying all music is just noise. No, no, no. MS comes in different flavors or stages. Knowing which one you have is a game changer for your treatment. The three main stages are relapsing-remitting MS, or RRMS, secondary progressive MS, or SPMS, primary progressive MS, or PPMS. For too long, even doctors have been confused about what these stages mean. People get a label and assume it's a life sentence about tomorrow. That's not how it works. We're here to clear the air and bust major myths and reveal one critical piece of information your doctor needs. Today, we'll break it all down. Forget confusing medical jargon that sounds like keyboard gibberish. All right, let's meet the main characters in this story. The three stages of MS are like different plot lines in the same series. First up, we have relapsing-remitting MS, or RRMS. This is the most common one, the one most people are diagnosed with initially. Imagine your life is a bit of a roller coaster. You have periods where symptoms flare up. These are called relapses or attacks. You might have numbness, vision problems, trouble walking. Then, these symptoms cool down and you go into remission, where you feel better, sometimes completely back to normal. The disease attacks, then it retreats. It's an up and down pattern. Next in the lineup is secondary progressive MS, or SPMS. This stage can follow RRMS, sometimes after many years. The roller coaster ride of relapses and remissions starts to change. The ups and downs become less frequent or stop altogether. Instead, there's a slow, steady worsening of symptoms and disability over time, independent of any attacks. It's like the disease decided to stop the dramatic entrances and just stick around, gradually making its presence more known. Not everyone with RRMS will move into SPMS, but it's a known pathway for the disease. It's a shift from a pattern of attacks to a pattern of gradual progression. Finally, we have primary progressive MS, or PPMS. This one is different from the start. About 15% of people with MS are diagnosed with this type. It's time for some serious myth-busting. The first big myth we need to crush is this. Your MS stage tells you how bad you feel right now. This is completely false. Your stage is not a snapshot of your current symptoms. It's a movie of your disease's behavior over a long period. You could be in the relapsing-remitting stage and have a really severe relapse that lands you in the hospital. But that doesn't automatically mean your MS is worse than someone with a progressive form who can still walk and work. The stage is all about the pattern of the disease, not the intensity of a single moment. It describes the trend, not the daily weather. Let's get to the second myth. There's one single test that can tell you your MS stage. Nope, not even close. There isn't a magical blood test. There isn't a special MRI setting. There isn't a single question that gives a definitive answer. Imagine a doctor trying to diagnose your stage with just one piece of information. It would be like trying to understand a whole movie by looking at a single frame. It doesn't work. Diagnosing an MS stage is a process of careful deduction. Doctors gather clues from many different sources to build a complete and accurate picture over months, and sometimes even years. So, if there's no single test, how do doctors figure out which stage of MS you have? They become medical detectives, and they use four main clues to solve the mystery. The first and most important clue is your personal history of relapses. Your doctor will want to know everything about your attacks. When did they happen? What symptoms did you have? How long did they last? Did you recover fully? Did you recover partially? Did you recover not at all? A history of multiple attacks with good recovery strongly points toward relapsing-remitting MS, RRMS. A history with few or no attacks, on the other hand, starts to raise suspicion of a progressive form. The second clue is your level of function over time. This isn't just about how you feel today, but how your abilities have changed over the last 6 months, a year, or longer. Doctors will check things like walking balance, vision, hand coordination, cognitive function, like memory. They might use a scoring system, like the Expanded Disability Status Scale, the EDSS, to track these changes objectively. If your ability to, say, walk 100 meters has slowly gotten worse even when you haven't had a relapse, that's a huge red flag for progression. This steady decline is the hallmark of both SPMS and PPMS. The third clue comes from technology, specifically the MRI scan. MRI scans of your brain and spinal cord are incredibly useful. They can show areas of inflammation known as lesions. New active lesions often show up during a relapse. They can confirm the disease is in an inflammatory phase. That's common in RRMS. Old scarred lesions show where past attacks have happened. However, an MRI by itself cannot determine your stage. Someone with RRMS can have old scars. Someone with a progressive form might not have many new lesions. The MRI is a powerful piece of the puzzle, but it must be interpreted alongside your clinical history. The one thing your doctor absolutely must know. We've talked about the stages, busted the myths, and looked at the clues. Now for the big reveal. What is the single most important thing your doctor needs to know to give you the best possible care? It's not just one thing, but a crystal clear combination of three. Your detailed relapse history, a clear picture of how your daily function has changed, and your recent MRI results. Your doctor needs all three of these pieces, presented clearly, to make the right call. Simply saying I have MS is not enough. The stage, and the evidence for it, changes everything. Why is this combination so critical? Because treatments are increasingly targeted to specific disease processes. Section 6. Your action plan. Partnering with your doctor. So, how can you make sure your doctor has this vital information? You need an action plan. First, become a diligent note-keeper. You don't need to write a novel, but a simple diary or a note on your phone can be incredibly powerful. Keep a short log of any potential relapses. Note the date they started, what symptoms you experienced, how long they lasted, and how well you recovered. Also, make a note every few months about your general function. Second, be the manager of your own medical records. Always ask for copies of your MRI reports. Don't just rely on the doctor to tell you the results. Read the report yourself, and if you don't understand it, ask your doctor to explain it in simple terms. Bringing your records to an appointment shows that you are an engaged and active partner in your own care, and it makes your doctor's job much easier. If this explainer helped you find some clarity, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click that little bell icon so you get notified whenever we post a new guide. Finally, here is your most important final tip. Your MS stage is not a label meant to scare you. It is a tool to help you get better care. The big answer to improving your MS management is surprisingly simple. You must ensure your doctor has a clear understanding of your relapse history, your story of functional change over time, and your recent test results. Armed with that information, you can have a meaningful conversation about your stage and the treatments that best fit it. MS is a complex journey, but with clear communication and teamwork, you and your doctor can navigate it together. Keep asking questions, keep taking notes, and remember, you are the expert on you.